Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 132. This week at Shrouded. I'm your host, Jay Greener, here with Mr. Wrecked, giving you all the juicy Destiny fuck.
We leave it in. Continue.
Yeah, we leave it in. Continue. All the juicy Destiny gossip. It was what I was trying to say. But let's move along. Anyway, we're going to start off the podcast today by announcing the winners of our monthly giveaways. That's right.
Polito is so excited.
We do monthly giveaways. Well, I can confirm that he shouldn't. Before we get into the Destiny, we give away every month. We give away one of our SGC Advanced GG Ice Shakers. We give away 6,000 silver to a lucky viewer and an SGC Hoodie. Anyway, this month's winners are the Ice Shaker goes to Slop7048.
Nice.
The monthly silver goes to our resident hoppefalcon.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, rigged. And the monthly hoodie goes to tribaldraugr.
Nice.
So congratulations. Yes, congratulations to the winners. Once again, Slop, Hoppy, and Tribal for the shaker, the silver, and the hoodie. Reach out to me directly, and if I don't get back to you within 24 hours, please bother me again. And then when I get annoyed by you and tell you to fuck off, just ignore me because I'm a grumpy old man. What did I win? No, you didn't win anything. Slop won, not Sloth. Congrats, Rigged. Sorry, Devil. I know you wanted to win something. I think you wanted the silver because you had the same amount of tickets as Hoppy. Yeah, okay, so on this episode of This Week at Shrouded, we're going to talk about Destiny. You know, that's what we do every time. We're going to get specifically about This Week in Destiny that kind of talks about some stuff. Not a lot, but then we'll also go over the Renegades armor tuning preview that I just now found out existed. I knew it existed, but I didn't know it existed. So I saw a couple TikToks of some content creators talking about the exotic preview for Renegades, and my brain just automatically said, oh, that's the one that came out last week for the weapons. So I didn't realize it was a new one, so I didn't read it. And that was just a weapons tuning preview. It was for everything, legendaries, exotics, and the perks. But for some reason, my brain just said, no, that's the old thing. Anyway, so I didn't read it. Wait, did I miss it? Who won? You did miss it. You didn't win. I shouldn't be reading chat. What am I doing? This is. Stop it. All right, let's just do This Week in Destiny really quick, and then we can dive into the exotic preview. If that's all right with you.
Yep.
Cool. Okay, so This Week in Destiny, the biggest news on here is they're doing a Renegades developer live stream this Tuesday, coming up on the 25th of November at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, which should be 1 o'clock Eastern, 1 p.m. Eastern. It's on Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, and you can watch it, learn some information about Renegades, and of course, earn yourself an emblem if you have your Twitch and Bungie.net linked. Said emblem, let me show it to you really quick. I should have had this queued up ahead of time, but I didn't because I'm dumb. Give me uno secundo. Boom, there it is, chat. Look at that beautiful, beautiful emblem. It's actually, it's I would give it a 7 out of 10. It's not bad, but it's not going to break the bank. You know what I mean? All right, there's your emblem. Delightful. Dungeon Zone's returning for Equilibrium. I think we already knew this. I felt like they mentioned it already, but maybe I just assumed. that's obviously starting at 9 o'clock a.m. Eastern with the pre-show on the 13th of December. If you want to watch that, you can go watch the. You can go watch it. I guess. Did they not tell us? Oh my God, they didn't tell us about the emblems that would be available for that. Well, oh my God, how are you gonna get people to watch? I'm just kidding. And then the Renegades content calendar, which I'm pretty sure. Did this not drop last week?
We talked about it last week. Yeah.
Yeah. They just put it in twice? Oh, okay.
Yep.
Last one wasn't in the Twid. It was just its own article. Jesus Christ, Bungie. You really that lazy? Okay. Now, something we have to talk about. It says Black Friday is almost here. And normally during Black Friday, it doesn't say this specifically, but normally during Black Friday, you would get the Darkest Days emblem from making purchases from the Bungie store.
Yep.
But there's this image in here that's different than the Darkest Days emblem.
There's been an emblem previewed for it as well. It's not in here, but I saw it on Twitter earlier today.
Oh, shit. Anyway, so this is so it's Darkest Days, but like, I don't know. This looks like a vine, maybe, and that's a flower. So I don't really know the concept of it. Did I wonder? Hold on, I'm just gonna click the
Check your DMs.
Okay,
it's coming to you right now. That's the emblem.
That looks exactly like I thought it would. Do you know the name of it?
Even Darker Days.
Oh my God, fucking losers. A second.
And that was mined out of the API. So that's what it is called in the API.
Even Darker Days. Jesus. What a name. All right, real quick. Here we go. Here's the full-on things. So you've got... oh, my God. There we go. Nice and big. So you've got the skull here. It's purple. The skull here. Here's the full-on length one. Here's the little square, which is always the same as this. Not currently available. Anyway, it's definitely going to be... You get this by... Drummer. Buying stuff in the Bungie store during Black Friday. So, well... Oh. I am zoomed in. It just says stay tuned. So we don't have the exact dates or how long it'll be, if it's a week or 2 weeks or whatever it is. Hoping we can get animated animals one day. Actually, yeah, that would be the next step up, wouldn't it?
Just give animated emblems now featured in Eververse.
Or for donating to the Bungie Foundation.
Yeah, sure, bro.
I'm just saying. They would eventually make their way to there. The coolest ones always are. Look at all the people fighting over Neon Fade last July. Or Heartfelt Crackle last January. None of that shit was in Eververse. Okay, so literally that was the entire Twid. The only other thing is the known issues list. We don't give a fuck. There's some cool art. Let's look at it since we're here. And I have the page set up. Boom. So artist Alzar on Reddit. And this is the witness and all his little disciples and minions and shit. I actually thought it was pretty cool shot. Oh, I ruined it. Tried to zoom in too far. Let's just go with that, so everyone can see it. Meh art. Oh my God. Can you do better? Wiener. Wiener. There's a that's it. Fuck. All right, we can talk a little bit about Call to Arms before we get into the Renegades thing. If you didn't know, they locked the call to arms scores, so you don't have to worry about losing your rank if you already have what you want. Last week I think they had already fixed. Did they already fix the patch, or was the patch already announced to come out? Either way, they made it easier for people to get the top 10% if you are under.
They fixed they attempted to fix how you earn points.
Not being affected by power level. Yeah.
But not being affected by power level as much, and changing the way the modifiers work inside the Call to Arms playlist compared to the rest of them.
Right. And then that eventually did go live, and I can confirm it made it fairly easy for me, at least, to get 2 activities in the top 10% to secure my helmet. I'm pretty happy about that. I may try to go for a top 1, but I have to get to 500. And I'm currently like 412. So, probably not going to happen by Tuesday. And, I know we talked about this last week, but I'm kind of bummed about Iron Banner.
It is not coming back.
Unless they have a surprise Iron Banner next week. Which seems unlikely since they always announce it ahead of time, and like it would be on the Twid. Basically, anybody who didn't guild in the first week is just SOL.
Yep. You'll never have as many pips as me.
Yep. And that's weird. That's crazy to me. I don't understand. Like, what are they thinking? It's been 6 months, Bungie. You couldn't do 2 Iron Banners?
Guess not.
Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. I'm kind of annoyed by it. Not gonna lie.
I feel like Iron Banner should still just be a month thing, but there ain't enough people playing Trials to worry about Trials taking a hit.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect example.
So go back to the month feel. You know, that's just one man's opinion.
That's just one man's opinion. Sure, absolutely. I don't know if I want to guild Gambit or not this season. I'm probably not going to either because it's almost unplayable. Unless you get 8 people together to just like keep matching it together over and over again. Like, there's not 8 people playing. That's not true at all? Okay. Well, from what I've been told, it takes like 7 or 8 minutes to get a match. Or even longer. So unless that's changed. As we get closer to the end of the season. Wait, there's no dredge in the guild?
Did they move it to the seals that you can't do anything with anymore?
Were you playing solo, Oracle? No, 4-stack. Okay. Well, we kept matching solos. Wild. Okay. All right. 4 to 5 minutes is a long time, but probably doable. Maybe I will guild it. It'll only take a night. Doesn't take very long. Maybe not, though. I'm probably not gonna guild my Conqueror this year or this season either. I know I said that last season, and then I stayed up till 6 o'clock in the morning doing it. But I need to be a certain power level, right? To get to it?
Yeah. Yes.
It's what's
you have to be able to do your ultimate mode conquests in order to get conquered. Man.
So what is that? 500?
You need to get up past 500.
Past 500 or at 500?
Yeah. It's not just at 500 because I didn't even have them all unlocked at 500.
Yeah, okay, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to go up 100 levels in a...
I mean, you could grind. What are you now? 385 or something?
I know, I'm like 413.
Yeah, you could grind. You could get to that.
I could, but
You
then
could
I
get
wouldn't be able to play Arc Raiders.
you could get to 550 in less than a day. At that power level.
Airborne says 535. How much is Renegades going to be? It's $40. We're not supposed to be reading chat. What's going on here? This is your fault. I blame you.
Why?
Why do I blame you?
Yeah. I'm not your boss.
Yes, you are.
It's not my job to keep you from reading chat.
Okay, I got into it. I got too much into it.
Anyway, you could hit 535 in a weekend, in one day, half a day maybe of a weekend. That's it. You wouldn't even have to grind anything crazy. Just grind through all your solos that have bonus drops, and then grind through all your fire team ops that have bonus drops. Done and done.
That wouldn't get me that high.
Yeah, it would.
No, it wouldn't.
I went. No, it absolutely would. Yeah. Just doing my solos. I had 3 bonus drops on all of my solos when I started to make my power grind. Just that rose me 12 points of power. Just those. And I was at 550 before I finished grinding my fire team ops. I did about half of them, and it put me the rest of the way to 550.
All right. I'll take your word for it. I'm still probably not going to do it because I'm away for work all next week.
Yeah, so rip seals. Greener's gonna come back and be like, "Look at all these seals I could have gilded but didn't. Fuck this game. I'm gonna go play Arc Raiders." And then the announcement's gonna come out. Shrouded Gaming community is transitioning to an Arc Raiders community.
I'm never transitioning away from Destiny, even if I stop playing it completely. But I never will. I won't stop playing Destiny until it dies. Like, officially dies. Like, the servers go offline.
What about... Arc Raiders doesn't have clans yet, right? What about when they institute it? I've read something about it. It's supposed to have it at some point.
I don't care.
No?
Just because I like a game doesn't mean I'm just going to transition the whole community we've built around 8 years of Destiny. That would be wild.
Okay.
Okay. So confusing. Transition from Destiny 2 community to Destiny 3 community. So,
what percentage of the community is still actively playing Destiny 2 right
now? Actively?
Yeah.
Do you mean what percentage of the community or what percentage of our clan members?
What percentage of our clan members?
About just under 60% of our clan members.
That's actually more than I thought it would be.
Play every week. Only 25% of them play with each other, which is weird. Fucking antisocial cunts.
All right. Now, let's go back to... We were supposed to be talking about Call to Arms. How's your experience with the actual activities been?
I like it. I'm just when I was doing the solo one, the Salt Mines.
Salt Mines.
I just had fun, learning the path and just getting faster and faster and doing it better and what weapons to use. I'm not a fan of just like looking up from some Dorcas content creator on how to do it. Just the progress that I made in the short period of time that I was doing it was fun to see the progress, was fun to get faster, was fun to get the route down. I do think the HVT is dumb.
Yeah.
It being RNG shouldn't really be there, in my opinion. Should either be there every round or just remove it. It seems dumb. Because then it leaves it down to RNG. Which isn't terrible. It's not like terrible RNG. Like I don't know. I did it like 20 times total, I think. I probably saw it 3 or 4 times. That's not bad.
Yep.
Just still weird. That's the weird choice. Weird decision. The other stuff I did proving mines with or proving grounds with ironically the guy that was just in chat, Oracle. And they did all the work, so I don't really know what that was like, and I got my 10%. So it seemed fun. It was easy. Why I gotta ask, so I haven't been playing Master, Grandmaster content much since Edge of Fate drop. Like,
Yeah.
this shit's easy as fuck.
Yes.
What? Like, I thought that it was gonna be like, I found out everything was easy before they did the power deltas, and I was like, you feel so strong. You feel so strong. I think I might understand why they instituted the power deltas back, because like I haven't done ultimatum yet, so I can't speak on that. But I can't imagine it's definitely not going to feel like the old Grandmasters. I'm pretty sure based on how I'm moving up this list.
It doesn't.
Yeah, exactly. So.
The power deltas plus you being able to put in whatever modifiers you want means most content you're going to run is only going to be trivially harder.
It's not hard at all.
Because I mean, when I say trivially harder, it may take one more kill with your bonk hammer to just be able to steamroll the entire thing to get your engine, your Worm God's engine running, and just steamroll the entire rest of the mission that you're on, right? That's what I'm talking about. But it's not. The power deltas don't make any meaningful difference in my experience. Yeah, yes, it is making you less powerful, but anybody who tells me that they can feel a major difference in how powerful they are with power deltas and without, at this stage in Destiny's life, as some of the kids say, that's cap, or it's cope for folks being bad. One of the
this week was the first time I started, like, I've got to the mark where I could launch the Grandmaster. And I was like, oh, here we go, because I knew I needed to launch the Grandmaster in Salt Mines to get top 10. So I got up to it, and I was just like, what the fuck is this shit? Running around, combination blowing everything, just fucking spinning my lightning rod all over the place, everything dying. Like, I'm like, what? If I tried to walk up and punch something last season in a Grandmaster, that motherfucker would just look at me. He'd do the shoulder dust thing, and he would bitch slap me across the map into oblivion. Like, there was none of that stuff was happening in Grandmasters back then.
I've been telling you ever since Edge of Fate dropped that the power grind is the power grind is a flat difficulty scale the entire way through.
Yeah,
even weird. With the power delta, it's still a flat difficulty scale the entire way through, unless you pile on a ton of modifiers. The conquests can be a little challenging.
Yeah, but I even had on every one of the. Like, I put on all those the hardest modifiers to get the highest score you could. Like,
yeah. Doesn't well, yeah.
It felt like a fucking legend. Nightfall.
Yeah.
No, that's way too easy. I just don't understand what's going on there.
The difficulty in Call to Arms is getting the stuff done fast to get the high score. Yeah. It's the speedrunning aspect, not the actual combat.
I just thought it was weird. I was really surprised with how easy it was. It's like it's called Grandmaster now, but it's not. And I was scared of
it. Just means that You're an elitist dickbag. It's hard.
Guys, if you watch me play Destiny, you would know that that is not accurate information. It just is, in fact, significantly easier than it ever has been to play Grandmaster content.
Listen, you are just trying
An
to
elitist
gatekeep
dickbag,
people
yeah.
who aren't as good as you at the game.
Well, then that's like 7 people, man. That's not very many.
I mean, listen. If you go to social media, there's a lot of people that think the difficulty of the game is a thing. And listen, I know that I've got a lot of hours in it, so maybe that's why it doesn't seem like it's so difficult to me. But I don't think any of this stuff is hard. But I've been playing Grandmaster content as the only thing I really do in the game for a long, long time. So maybe my view is skewed.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Anyway,
Shit.
shall I talk about Call to Arms
So
and
I'm
why
guessing,
it's a good event, but also
well,
a shitty event at the same time?
yeah, you can, but I gotta say, so if I do get the grind on and get my shit leveled up and go through these conquests, are they as easy?
No, they tend to be a little bit more difficult, but it's because you can't control the modifiers that get put on there, and some of them have combinations that are annoying. I would say they're more annoying than they are difficult. Really, is the thing.
Okay.
So
can somebody that's just high like 530 launch a conquest for you if you're
no,
under 530?
you have to actually qualify for the power level, and you have to be the one to launch it as well.
Bungie, I ain't got time to get the
Well, no,
535.
they're repeatable now. They're repeatable now. I don't know if they're repeatable after you do them the first time or not, because I haven't bothered to go repeat any of them. It used to be you could only launch the main ones once, but since they're repeatable now, I presume anybody can launch them. But I don't think you can get in if you don't have a high enough power, a high enough minimum power to get in.
Yeah, all right. 535. Oh, fuck that, man. I legit have a week and a half, and I just want to play Arc Raiders. I don't want to play Destiny.
Well, I guess you have a decision to make.
And
Finish
then I
out
got
your expedition or get your Conqueror.
and I got a Guild Gambit. Ugh.
You don't have to.
Yeah, I know. I don't have to. I don't
If
have
you
to
don't
do it.
build it this year, then you won't feel like you need to do it again next year. But what if there's a survey going around and one of the things they're asking is about if people want Gambit to come back? What if they bring Gambit back and now you're behind on guilding compared to everybody else?
Why are you trying to ruin my brain?
Greener's suffering FOMO from a fucking little golden pip on his seal.
Yeah, ironically, I wouldn't even know what the number is, like what the max number is. I'd have to ask someone. I don't know what it's at right now.
I stopped after my 7th one for Gambit. Then I decided I didn't care anymore.
I'm already mad about Iron Banner, man. I swear if they hit us with a
surprise. And I finished my guild in the first week.
Yeah, that's why. That's what I'm talking about. I was like, oh, I'll just do it in the next one. 3 months goes by. No fucking Iron Banner. Garbage. All right, let's talk about these exotic armors so I can go to bed.
I don't get to talk about Call to Arms.
Oh, shit, I forgot. All right, go ahead. Tell us why it's so awesome but terrible at the same time.
Having a competitive event for the PvE crowd, I think is a good idea. I don't have a problem with there being cosmetic rewards that are going to end up being restricted to only a portion of the community because of skill. I think that is not a terrible idea, even though a large percentage of the community on social media disagrees with that assessment. I just don't understand why Bungie put out an event that they hadn't even It wasn't even half baked. They hadn't even fucking gotten all the ingredients, put that shit in the oven. Like, who launches a competitive event where you're only going to give the most, quote, prestigious awards to theoretically 1% of the community? But then, in order to be able to qualify for that when the event drops, you have to be at the highest possible power. So is it a competition about who is better at the game? Or is it a competition about, you know, who's got a bigger fucking butt print in their gaming chair? I mean, what are we trying to measure here, right? I don't like marketing something as a competitive event, but then like the main factor in the competition at launch is how many hours have you put into the game. That just seems asinine and stupid. Then adding a bunch of fucking RNG into at least one of the activities, so that you have to launch this thing. I mean, there are 2 failure points on salt mines, right? That's automatic. You might as well just not finish the run. One, you initially launch and you get weapon kills or you get precision kills. If you see either of those 2 bonuses, you just need to go back to orbit and start the thing over again, because those two side objectives are going to tank your run if you're trying to go for 1%. And then when you get to the drop down, if the HVT does not appear at the bottom, there's no reason to continue. So it just seems crazy to me that, you know, there would be that kind of RNG mixed into the thing. I really think that they're changing the system so that it's not necessarily power deltas, but so you could really load up on the modifiers was a good idea. But I also think that the power deltas are what actually scale the difficulty. Like, running the salt mines by myself with my Hammer Titan or one of my Warlock grenade builds is not a big deal. Like, I can have all of the crazy modifiers on there, including some that the community generally doesn't like match game, and just breeze through that, because our characters are so fucking juiced now that none of those modifiers matter. Like, so what? You've got match game. I've got a hammer 200 melee stat and burning fist ×5 on my worm gods. Not only am I breaking your shield when I hit you with your hammer, and you're a yellow bar, but you're also just dead. Like, you just died. Unstoppable champion. I don't even need to stun that bitch. I just hit him once and he's dead. Like, there's no real challenge to it. If they had power deltas on top of it, there would actually be some measurement of skill going on there. It wouldn't just be a speed running experiment, right? Anyway, there's been a lot of stuff that's come out since Edge of Fate dropped that it feels like some people came up with some ideas in a meeting and they just implemented it, and that was that. Like, there wasn't a whole ton of discussion about the systems or how they interact or any of the pitfalls of what they're suggesting, any of that kind of stuff. They just did it, and we're like, you know what? If it doesn't work, we'll fix it later, right? And then when they come around to fix things, the very first fix they do, where they make it so that people don't have to be 550 power to qualify, they end up giving a higher rewards modifier to people who are lower power. And so all of a sudden, their scores are being inflated. Did you notice that when they posted the tweet about they were locking the scores now, that all of the benchmarks for what was 1%, 10% came down just before they pushed the update?
Yep.
And that's because they had to go through and renormalize everybody's fucking scores, because they were changing things. Now, what I wonder is if there were people that were under the 500 power level that all of a sudden found that their scores no longer qualified because they got pushed down when they made that adjustment, which is also bad. Like, you gave them the thing, then you're just going to take it away again. It's all just, I don't know. It was such a terrible way to roll out a competitive event, even though I like the idea. And in my opinion, the loot you get from it pretty good. You get a lot of loot playing these activities, and the focusing seems to work pretty well. Like, the majority of the loot I get is specifically what I've focused, which is good. And I've also gotten a ton. I don't know. Poppy says he hasn't gotten a shiny yet, but I've gotten, I don't know, like 24 shinies over the course of this week. I didn't keep any of them because the rolls were all shit, but, you know, I'm getting holofoils all the time. Like, you know, so anyway, good idea for event, good loot, execution as per usual, fucking awful. Bungie needs to stop using managed services to develop their game. That's what I think is going on here. I'm only kind of sort of joking about them offshoring their labor, but fuck, if there's not some offshore or some AI dev work going on here, I will fucking eat my shoe.
Something definitely for sure. QA is like in the toilet on all this stuff.
All right, dev insights.
Oh man, I can't fit on my chair today. It's driving me nuts. Too fat. I want to cross my legs and sit. I want to cross my legs and sit in my chair.
Greener's got that fat ass. He just don't got the room.
I don't know what's going on today. I normally can do it. All right. Too much Arc Raiders? Yeah, I haven't getting any exercise. I saw a lot of people bitching about this. Okay, let's start off with the Graviton forfeit.
Yeah.
Basically, all I've seen on Twitter, I didn't even look too much into it, what it does differently. Yeah, basically, Bungie doesn't listen. Invis hunters have been overpowered in Crucible for 6 years, and now they're getting a buff. That's what I've been reading.
It gives you Heart of Inmost Light when you're on Void for doing Void things. So it basically makes all your abilities recharge faster. You get a stacking buff up to 3 times. Every stack you get, your abilities recharge faster. And then when you have 3 stacks of the buff, anything that you would do to trigger the buff also gives you an overshield on top of it. This is probably going to be the strongest hunter exotic in PvP, and it's going to be ass cheeks to play against. Dirty fucking ate fucking Chinese food from a bad restaurant the night before, ass cheeks to play against.
That sounds awesome. I can't wait.
And then it'll get giga nerfed into the ground.
Yep, just like it always fucking does.
Yeah.
All right, on the Oculus. Okay, it says granting the effects of Beyond the Veil to allies now also starts their health and shield regen. Cool. It only applies to allies and not to the hunter themselves. Fuck! No, just kidding. That's cool. It's more of a team thing. Yeah.
It's going to be very strong in 3v3 game modes like comp and trials. Yeah.
Awesome. I like it.
Lucky Raspberries getting some bonuses to arc bolt grenades. Arc grenades are going to reach out further. They're going to jolt. They're going to be able to chain more. They're going to give you more regen based off the number of chains. Should be pretty fun. It's good changes.
Cool. Orpheus rig's pretty straightforward. It's increasing the length of the super from 16 to 20. So that'll, you'll get more orbs and probably. And shit.
Gemini is barely getting a buff. Gemini jesters are barely getting a buff. It's a buff, but it's a tiny little buff.
A tiny wheel buff. Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Now, you're definitely going to have to work me through these Titan changes because I barely know what any Titan exotics do. I know what some of them do, but...
Arbor Warden allows you to throw a grenade that spawns a Titan barricade wherever the grenade lands. if you pick up 3 orbs of power, instead of just spawning a barricade wherever the grenade lands, you're going to spawn 3 barriers in whichever one you have equipped in a Y formation that will also will also provide the same benefits as Drenger's Lash if you happen to have it, which is that suspending wave that comes out, and will also generate bolt charge for Storm's Keep if you have it equipped.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and this exotic has always done at least the Baronade.
Yeah, that's the whole point of the exotic. Yeah.
Okay, and they're adding like the benefits. Okay, so that's
spawning
cool.
more barricades. And
I didn't even know this existed.
It's because nobody uses it.
How have I never been hit in the face with a grenade that turns into a barrier? At least once.
Because it's bad.
I know, but at least one person used it. Or, that's crazy. That's crazy. I do think this has its uses if you want to chuck a nade in somewhere with Drenger's Lash on it, and it just fucking suspends everybody, and then your teammates run in. I think that's neat.
Indeed it will. Yeah. Dune Marchers are going back to pretty much how they used to be. You're going to get more chains for Dune Marchers. Cool. It's going to grant bolt charge when it chains. And now glaive melees are going to trigger
the chain.
The strike from the Dune Marchers, which is gonna just be great. If you've encountered a 200 melee stat glaive titan in PvP lately, you're gonna love them also being faster to move around and also jolting everybody around them the moment they swing that fucking stick. It's gonna be awesome.
I've actually seen a lot more people using the things glaives in Crucible lately. I know it's not because of this, but I mean, I've just been seeing it more. I don't know if there's a reason for that, or they always suck. The person that has it is always terrible, but
once they get it going, it's pretty good if they've got good movement. Ursa Furiosa is a super regen exotic. It's just gonna super regen harder what it does currently.
Cool. That's good, because I got nerfed a while back. I remember, because it was like the only thing anybody used in Glassway GM.
Okay. Well,
two Ursa Titans with the big barrier shield.
Yeah. We used to use it on like Fallen Saber.
Oh yeah.
We would use it inside for Glassway. Yeah. When you're in the final encounter.
Yep.
Second Chance gives you an additional shield throw charge when you're on Void Titan. It's now going to spawn Void Breaches automatically. And the shields, the throwing shields, will now cause a weaken when they hit. Pretty good. So, useful stuff going on there.
Yep.
Armamentarium is the exotic that gives you an extra grenade charge. Fortunately, it doesn't stack with like fragments or aspects that give you an extra grenade charge, so you can't be like, I get 3 grenades instead of 2. No. Only up to 2, sadly. It's going to give you grenade energy on weapon final blows. And it's basically going to give you... you're going to have Demolitionist for everything. Throwing a grenade reloads weapons. Weapon kills give you grenade energy. So you'll always have Demolitionist for your weapons.
Cool.
Lion Rampants are the Titans that give you an enhanced jump.
Yeah, I know.
You stay in the air longer, and you get enhanced hip fire accuracy when you're doing that. But now you're also going. You weren't able to ADS before. Now you'll be able to ADS while you're in the. So
okay.
Cool. That's cool. Peacekeepers are getting their swap reload back to SMGs, which is going to make running double SMG on a Titan or like a DPS strat much easier to do, because you're going to have better opportunities to reload your guns automatically. So they're getting a mobility bonus, but the bigger thing here is the swap reload being returned. So there you go. That's Titans.
Woo!
Warlocks.
All right, we got Warlocks next. Coming up, Nothing Manacles. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, this
They
looks like a
enhance
buff
scatter
as well.
grenades. So you're going to get extra Seekers. They're going to do more damage. They're going to stick around longer, so they're going to follow people more. The projectiles will be faster. So, and if you get a scatter grenade kill, it's going to spawn Seekers off the person that got killed. So.
Oh my god, it'll be everywhere.
So you can clear rooms. Briarbinds. This is one that allows you to like pick up your Void Soul once you've launched it, and so it just recharges it immediately. It's ready to go.
Yeah. And you only need 4. So 6.
Yeah. And it's gonna do 30% more damage after it's been on the field for 10 seconds. This may be part of a Void Warlock damage rotation now, depending on how much that damage is, since the Void Soul damage also scales with the grenade stat. So if that 30% is additive, that'll be pretty spicy. Storm Dancer's Brace. It's going to grab Bolt Charge for any arc ability hits when you're amplified, which is basically going to be all the time when you're on this exotic anyway.
Yeah.
And it has a damage bonus now, but it's only on kills. It's going to be on hits instead. So you have to get more hits, but you don't have to kill anything to get that damage bonus. So much more useful.
Yeah. Okay.
Winter's Guile is Worm God's Caress, except for Warlocks.
Okay.
So stacking buff to make your melees stronger, up to 400% melee damage, while keeping its other bonuses that it already had. So pretty cool. If you get 10 stacks, you can get 10 seconds of Warlord's Rage, which is a total 500% damage bonus that lasts 10 seconds. And then you got to rebuild it again. So pretty cool. Matiodoxia is going to secure Warlocks as the only class you need to do any kind of raiding now.
Ooh.
Because this is Curus or Celestial Nighthawk, except for Warlocks.
Okay.
So it's gonna Giga Juice the Stasis or the Strand Super for Warlocks.
Yeah. Needle Storm.
Yep. And then Dawn Chorus is going to buff Daybreak super damage by 20%. So, and letting Daybreak Scorch by default, you don't have to have any fragments on in order to make it happen. So there you go. Notice, not a single nerf on this entire list.
Yeah, that's wild. Even though we feel super strong right now, they're making us stronger. I mean, I'll take it. Whatever. Fuck it.
So there you go.
They've been making us weaker since Lightfall, so now it's nice for us to jump in there and be stronger again. Woo! All right, do we have any Destiny drama this week, or is that like all the news?
I mean, a bunch of content creators have revealed that they were at a Destiny event to get some hands-on experience to record some footage for Renegades. So a big marketing event happened. A bunch of content creators got flown out. They got to play and record, and they were all able to announce that that's what they were doing today. I imagine that the whatever NDA they were under for dropping videos probably drops this weekend. Probably see a bunch of videos coming out this weekend or next week. One of the two.
Bungie, why wasn't I invited?
He's just being coy. He's got content he's going to share with us. I'm sure of it.
When was I gone long enough to go to Seattle and play Destiny Renegades? Never.
While he's there recording, he's like, "Hey, can I install Arc Raiders on this computer?"
Oh man, I recall a stream from a hotel room. Oh yeah, that's right. I was in Quebec City. Actually, yeah, there you go. Maybe it
And
was
that's it.
all a sham for me being in Seattle
That is
playing
all the Destiny
Renegades.
news this week. There's a little drama going on with somebody came at Mercules about a clip he posted.
Who the fuck is
This was
Mercules?
Mercules is a weapon. He's on the weapon design team. He's
Okay.
a weapon design dev for Bungie. He
All right.
posted some Crucible gameplay where he opened an engagement by throwing 2 abilities, and then of course, you know, the PvP community came out and said the abilities are what's wrong with Destiny PvP. Ability uptime's what's wrong with Destiny PvP. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but he posted a GIF that was like, "Okay, buddy, let me write that down." And the fucking community just lost their fucking mind over it, man. Everybody's calling him out, but I actually posted a tweet about this earlier today. Not that anybody would see, because I like got no followers, but you know, my thought was, listen, if he affirms the comment that somebody made, people are gonna bitch about Bungie lying about listening. Okay, if he doesn't respond at all, people are gonna bitch about Bungie ignoring the community. If he jokes around, people are gonna bitch about it. People are gonna bitch about Bungie being tone deaf. And then when he claps back, people are bitching about Bungie devs having an ego. Like, there's literally no winning with the Bungie community on Twitter.
I think there is winning. And what he did is the only way to possibly win against the community. Because at least you feel good when you go, okay, buddy. And normal people laugh. I guess the win is not really literal. But I thought that was funny as shit. That's funny. Holy fuck, that's funny. I know it sucks when you're under like that kind of microscope, I guess is the word I'm looking for. That you no matter what you say, it's going to be problematic. But just know that you helped this. You made the sane Destiny fans giggle.
Yeah, well, the unhinged set is now starting to go through his tweet history, and they're trying to pull out things that make him look bad throughout his cheat history. They're posting things from like 4 or 5 years ago now to go at him, because you know, Bungie community online is fucking sane, reasonable, rational human fucking beings.
They're crazy in their own right, but you get like the whole world is like that. Just look at remember how long ago was it that Kevin Hart was announced to be the host of the Oscars, and then they went back like 13 years and found a tweet where he said some racist shit against a white person or something like that, and they got rid of him as host. Like it completely, yeah. It was just this. The internet's like that. Just the internet in general. They're terrible. They're terrible people. Like man, I wish that you had to pass an IQ test to use Twitter. I'm not saying that all these angry people are dumb, but I guarantee a high percentage of them are.
All right.
Man, there's just you can't be smart if you're that angry, right? There's no way. I don't believe it. You're just so mad at life because you're a fucking idiot. That's my guess.
Man, it's just social media culture. Just turning everybody into assholes. That's all.
It, it did, but it's become a lot more prevalent. Like, in the last decade. Like, it's crazy. How it's changed. It's changed. Like, Facebook had been around since, like, 2008. Like, it wasn't that bad for, like, the first 7 or 8 years. There's been a shift. There's been a shift in the last decade towards just like people being just absolute fucking mongrels on the internet. I don't know what it is. It's gotten even worse since, you know, they've encouraged people to clickbait on Twitter. But
Yeah.
it was worse than that
problem.
before.
It's a problem that feeds itself because social media is designed to keep you engaged. Social media keeps you engaged by showing you things that it thinks you'll like based off of your behavior. And all that does, you know, people, Rex talking about an echo chamber. But it's literally what happens. Like, you know, you get fed shit that you follow, and whatever stupid viewpoint you happen to fucking have that you clicked on, now you're getting just fed nothing but that shit to reinforce whatever delusion that you fucking have. And if you don't spend any time looking at this stuff with a critical eye and assuming off the bat that everything you look at has an agenda or somehow bogus or somehow wrong, and you don't take the time to double check that shit, your worldview gets fucking warped and you think you're right because the internet has conditioned you to think you're right about whatever stupid thing you're thinking. And 99% of the time, you're just an idiot. And that's just how it is. So I don't think social media is terrible, but I think people who use it irresponsibly don't do themselves any favors, and they make themselves stupid. Honestly. And that's it. That's it. So.
Fun stuff. We should probably end the podcast.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Damn. You hit whatever that was real good. My ears hurt.
It was my own ass.
Nice. Clap them cheeks. Okay. Shrouded news, I guess, real quick. Catastrophe stream this Saturday. Come check it out. That's really it. If you don't know what Catastrophe stream is, and you probably don't want to come anyway, but you can swing by. It's 3 or 4 Eastern. We do a bunch of drinking and give away shit and play Fall Guys. That's basically it.
Right.
You want to talk about your thingy-mabobber?
End game bingo continues. You still have an opportunity to fill out some of your bingo card and earn yourselves some awesome swag from the SGC, whether that's server rolls or loyalty points, prize drawings, Renegades, some actual merch. Who knows? You only find out if you play. Earn yourself some tickets to the drawings and earn yourself some points. So it's really easy. All you gotta do is get together with some folks from the SGC, go run some dungeons or some raids. You don't even gotta run them on any kind of hard difficulty. Just gotta clear them with a full SGC team. Or, you know, it doesn't even have to be a full it doesn't even have to be a full team. You want to go do like a low man raid, as long as it's with the SGC people, that counts. You want to go solo a dungeon, that counts too. Whatever you want to go do, however you want to do it, as long as it's with folks that are actually in SGC clan.
Don't solo it. Go play with people, you fucking losers.
Anyway, Devilito's looking for partners. Ping him on the server and tell him you'll help him get a dungeon or a raid done. He wouldn't be asking here if Bastion was helping him out.
Yeah, what's going on? Bastion has got the most community player of the week percentages out of every clan. Like, make them do it. It's like at 80%, and you have like 70 people. It's pretty good. Okay, anyway, we're going to end... not lately. I just literally did player of the week, like yesterday. Or the day before. It's like 80%. Here, I'm looking right now before we end the stream.
Prometheus will carry you through some
It's
raids.
86.67% of your clan gets community player of the week points. So, no. And you were second place in the most out of all clans. Not percentage-wise, but points-wise. One activity doesn't count. That's why I said you had 2,300. Never mind. Fuck it. You can't win. I can't do this on a podcast.
Woe-ways Devilito and his inactive clan. You hear that, Sainted? You hear that, Sainted? Bastion's inactive. You should do something about that. Crack that whip, brother.
Join Souls.
Oh, he'd have to change his name to Chud number 47.
True. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. This week I shrouded episode 32. 132. Did I say 32 or 132? I can't remember. Episode 132. Doesn't matter. We went over some stuff today. The exotic armor changes with Renegades. This week's Twid. And well, that was it. And then we talked about some internet chuds and moved on from there. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it. I'm gone next week. I don't think we'll do an episode. So see you in 2 weeks. Peace.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.